Hello everyone, this is your 5 and welcome to the Global Man Central Toy Review. And today's video is a part 3 video of the Resolute G.I. Battle Set action figure review. And today's action figure review looking at the Counterintelligence Officer Scarlett. Now the figure and the rest of the stuff has been removed out from packaging, so let's take a look at the file card. Scarlett here comes with a file card and the top section there stated as Counterintelligence, codename Scarlett. Now you got a small little image of Scarlett there, but the artwork is pretty bland and pretty average looking, not very nicely done. Now top section there stated as file name O'Hara Shanna M. Primary military specialty intelligence, secondary military specialty classified. Not too sure why they have to put classified there. Birthplace Atlanta, Georgia, grade E5. Now this entire write-up is quite interesting, as if whoever wrote this wants you to know that Scarlett is a badass, which I'm going to explain later. Now it's stated as a brilliant mind, outstanding martial arts skills and lethal accuracy with her trademark crossbow. That's Scarlett with all caps. The G.I. Joe team's counterintelligence expert has the cerebral savvy to get inside the mind of her enemies and design a plot that will outsmart them at their own game. She also has the combat skills to take on a squad of Cobra troopers and be the sole person left standing when the fighting's over. She can make a halo dive into hostile territory in the dead of night, then enter a heavily guarded Cobra missile silo and take it over as one half of a two-person unit and not even break a sweat. That's skill, that's training, that's Scarlett. As you can see there. Very interesting. Now at the bottom she quotes, with any mission you always have to be ready to take advantage of changing circumstances, and you need to make peace with the fact that this may be your last mission. Very nice. At the back there is all black. Now Scarlett here comes with a lot of accessories. First we'll take a look at the base stand. It comes with a typical 25th anniversary design of a G.I. Joe base stand with a G.I. Joe logo on the top with two pegs for the figure to stand on. Now on the nameplate is stated as Scarlett. At the back is stated 2007 Hasbro, made in China. Now Scarlett here only comes with 3 weapons and not a vest or any other accessories. First we have a typical pistol, which is all black in plastic with no paint job at all, very little amount of sculpt and details, and a tiny little trigger on this section here. Scarlett can hold the weapon perfectly on both hands. Next we have a sniper rifle, which is very nicely done. This is a new accessory here. Got a nice little big old scope on the top, but no trigger though. As you can see, there's no trigger. Now at the back end of the rifle itself, the stock there, the side of the stock, there's actually sculpted ammunition which is painted. Very nicely done. I really like this. One problem with the sniper rifle is that there's no strap at all, so Scarlett can't actually carry all 3 weapons at the same time. So you can't actually hang this onto a shoulder. That's a bit pity. Next we have a crossbow, and the bottom section of the crossbow with the stock and the handle is all painted in black. The top section here is all grey plastic. Now the bow here is a separate piece, as you can see here. Bottom section here is actually, there's a small little hook, so when you connect both of them together, this bow will stay on very securely. Very nicely done. Nice little detailed stuff. Small little trigger on the side here at the handle. The handle, stock, small little scope, and the bow. Very nicely done with the new crossbow accessory. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. Now the figure's paint job is pretty bland and boring, as you can see there. It's a bit too pale. The hair is painted in red, which is nicely done, so there's a bit of shading on the top part of the hair and at the ponytail there. Now what's tied there is painted in black. Very nicely done. Skin tone is painted, of course, but rather too pale for my liking. Eyebrows is painted in red, the eyes is painted, nicely done, black pupils with a little bit of green and blue mixed together. But one side of the eye sort of look on the other direction as well. Not too bad, because it's just a little bit. The lips are painted in a slight, very light pink paint job, very light at all. In the distance you can't tell the difference. Now shoulder here is painted in a bit dull orange. The knife handle here is painted in black. Now the chest piece here, the glove, the boots have the same color as the face tone. It looked kind of weird in a distance because you have the same colors for the flesh tone for the chest here and the glove and the boots, as if in the distance you look like the entire figure here. It looks like that Scarlett is topless for some reason. Now the entire section for the arms, the torso, or at least the lower waist here, and the thighs, it's actually not painted, it's just pure plastic color. Really dull blue there, very dull. Now the side of the pouches is not painted because they added on, it's just pure plastic color. It's just pure dull green plastic color. Straps are all painted in gray. So does the ties there, the straps are all painted in gray. This is an add-on piece here, which is pure plastic color, the pouch. Knee pad is painted, but very dull in color. The same kind of colors as the rest of the, the glove, the boots, the chest, and the flesh tone. The entire boots here, the entire shin here is not painted, it's pure plastic color. The boots here is also the same thing, but they paint the bottom section in gray. The paint job looks rather bland and dull. It's not very nicely done. Now for the sculpt of the figure itself, what's interesting is that the legs is a reuse from the Rise of Cobra Agent Helix legs. As you can see, there's absolutely no difference at all. It's the same design. However, the torso, the waist, the arms, and the head are all new sculpt. The torso and the arms borrow a little bit from this figure from Agent Helix, but they modify quite a number of stuff. So this is all new stuff, very nicely done. Now on the side of the shoulder here, you have a knife and a little bit of a sheath there, but the knife can't be pulled out. It's permanently affixed to the shoulder there. The sculpt on the face is alright, nicely done with the details on the hand there, but not too detailed stuff, as you can see. Just a few lines here and there. The face sculpt, I really don't like this section of the face sculpt. It looks like she's swollen on one side of the eye there, and she looks a bit old, not as young as portrayed in the animation. She looks like she's in her late 30s or 40s for some reason. Now let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head actually can pivot downward a little bit and upward a little bit, but also there's a problem with the neck joint because the way they put the sculpt, the neck itself, if you position the figure to stand straight, the neck is actually jotted downwards, as you can see there, so the head is actually looking downwards. It's not really nicely done. Now the head can actually turn left and right, but cannot turn 360 degrees because it's been hindered by the back of the ponytail there. Torso here can pivot forward and back and turn 360 degrees. Shoulders here can turn 360 degrees and lift the arms this far. Elbow joint can bend forward, back a little bit and turn 360 degrees. The entire glove turns 360 degrees as well. Now the hip joint is nice, it goes forward, back a little bit and spread this far. Now she has double jointed knee that actually bend really far, very nicely done. And ankle joint here can pivot downwards and upwards and turn 360 degrees. Now overall the figure looks really nice with this new sculpt. I really like the new updated look of Scarlett here for the Resolute line. And I really wish that the paint job is not really that pale looking and dull looking. Especially when you look at it, the chest piece, the glove, and the boots share the same paint job color as the flesh tone skin. So in the far distance away, she looks like she's topless. That's not really nice. And the eye, one side of the eye itself is painted sort of looking at one direction away. So it looks kind of weird. And one side of the sculpt of the eye itself, especially on this section here, looks a little bit swollen. So that's not really perfect, but it still looks very nice though. The rest for the figure itself is very nicely done with the details. And I really wish that sniper rifle can actually be hung onto the shoulder with a strap. So overall, if I'm going to give a rating on this figure, I would say I'll give it a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10 for Scarlett here. She is actually not bad looking, it's just the colors is rather pale. So I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.